What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a realistic 12-man fantasy football mock draft to help you and myself in my coming soon fantasy football drafts as the season is coming up. So this will be a standard 12-man PPR league, point per reception, and I will go through each uh, 12 picks and each 12 picks and the most realistic player that should be taken from each one of those standpoints. So let's not waste any time. Leave a like on the video and let's get into it. Starting out with pick number 1, you got to go with Justin Jefferson, I think. Justin Jefferson had an incredible season last year. Um, an absolutely abnormal season last year. He gets a lot of receptions, a lot of yards, of course. He's in a good passing system where he gets the ball thrown to him a lot, and he fails to have a bad game. Most of the time he is putting up at least 10 points for you. So Justin Jefferson definitely, I think, is the safe number 1 pick for your team. There isn't really any running backs that are dominant this year, but if I had to choose one, the number 2 pick would be Christian McCaffrey. A few seasons back, he was really the main fantasy running back. He had that receiving 1,000-yard season. He had the rushing 1,000-yard season. He was just an all-around very versatile weapon. But I think that Christian McCaffrey is kind of reviving his career with the San Francisco 49ers. And I think he's going to be able to do good things with them again this season. And I think he is the best running back you can draft for fantasy this year in the great 49ers system where he will be passed the ball, where he will be given the ball to run. And heck, we even saw times where he was throwing the ball. But I think Christian McCaffrey is the safest choice for number 2. At number three is a bit of a risk with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, I think, is a very good receiver, and similar to Justin Jefferson, he's an LSU boy. He's in a system where he gets the ball a lot. He gets a lot of receptions, a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, and that converts to a lot of points for your team, which is great. But I feel like he's not as consistent as Justin Jefferson. I think he has some down games, and that's what separates the two. But you still got to think about the upside of Chase. He's got incredible run after the catch abilities. He has very good hands. He's great in the red zone, and he can turn a small play into something big, and that is what you need for your fantasy team, an explosive guy who gets you a lot of points. So I think Jamar Chase is a good pick at number 3. For number 4, again, another risky pick, but I'm going to go Austin Ekeler right here. I think Austin Ekeler, man, he's not a running back in football that I think you can count on. I don't think he's an extremely good running back, but I think as a player in fantasy, he is one of the best you can get. I mean, he's getting 800 rushing yards a season, but he is getting almost 100 receptions every season. That is how good he is. He is getting he's getting the ball passed to him like he is a receiver while still being able to get a lot of touchdowns at both running back and receiver. And he's just consistent. He gets you touchdowns. If you're in a PPR league, he's going to get you receptions, of course. And he still gets you decent yardage. And I think that's the main reason you should look into drafting Austin Ekeler and taking the boom instead of worrying about the bust. But I think at number 4, Austin Ekeler is a great pick. Moving on to number 5, another risky pick, but you're going to go Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb had one of the most underrated seasons I've seen from a running back last year in a long time. He went one of the most silent 1,500-yard rushing season. It was completely overlooked. But Nick Chubb's a tank, He'll get you a lot of rushing yards. He'll get you the touchdowns you need. He's just a force of nature. He knows how to get yards. And I think it's a worry if you have worrying about because he splits carries sometimes with Kareem Hunt. But it's really simple, to be honest. He's just one of the best running backs in the game, if not the best. And I think you just got to take the chance on him at number 5. At number 6, I'm going to go Travis Kelce. I think Travis Kelce with Patrick Mahomes is in the best situation for success out of any receiver you can possibly think of. Over Justin Jefferson, over Jamar Chase. He is the main target for the best quarterback we've seen in a long time, other than Tom Brady. But Travis Kelce knows how to catch the ball. He's an extremely good red zone threat. He catches the ball. He catches a lot of passes every single season. And he turns small plays into big plays, similar to Jamar Chase. He has a lot of yards after the catch. He is a secure catcher. He doesn't drop the ball often. He gets a lot of touchdowns, and he's just what you want as a tight end. I don't really agree with drafting tight ends that early, but I do agree with Travis Kelce at pick 6. And then we have pick 7. I'm gonna go Bichon Robinson. One of the most highly recruited prospects. He's one of the most generational talents we've seen out of college, and we're hoping that can translate into the NFL. And his talent can really be an NFL talent. But what we've seen in the preseason so far, what we saw at the combine, even what we saw at Texas, we just know that a running back that is in a run-heavy system without really a quarterback, they're going to get the ball a lot, and we know he has the talent. We know he can catch the ball. We know he can break tackles. He can make a man miss, and he's going to do that this season when he's getting the ball 25 times a game. So I think Bichon Robinson at pick 7. It may be a bit of a risk, but take the boom over the bust. Pick 8, I'm going to go Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, every single year, he's going to put up similar numbers. He's one of the most explosive receivers we've ever seen, one of the fastest receivers we've ever seen. And with Mahomes or not, he's going to put up good yardage. If he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to be able to always put up more than what he got. He's going to always be able to catch the ball and turn it into something else rather than some receivers will just go down. Tyreek Hill gets the ball. He makes a man miss. He takes it for more distance. And that is what he does best. So I think Tyreek Hill is going to do that great this season. I think Tua is underrated, so I don't think Tua will hold him back too far. And I think Tyreek Hill will just do what he always does, and that's just get yards and that's get touchdowns. And he's a great, big threat in fantasy. Big number 9 is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback you should be taking in your fantasy leagues for the first round. He's just a generational talent. He has an incredible arm. He knows how to win in big situations. He's putting up 4,000, 5,000 yards a season. He's always an MVP candidate. He's careful with his turnovers. And he's a red zone threat, so he gets you a lot of touchdowns, of course. And with Travis Kelce this year, he's got better receivers than last year. I think, despite losing Juju, more developed Sky Moore. And Travis Kelce, just the main guy overall, but I think you can trust Patrick Mahomes to do great things this season, and I think he will win you many games as your QB1. Pick 10, I'm going to go Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, again, one of the most explosive backs in the league, 245 pounds, just pure muscle and strength. I know he's not the best fantasy guy, but he's a tank. And to simply say it, and you have a rookie quarterback next to him, they're gonna want to run the ball a lot. And despite he's been rough with injuries as of late, but I think you just need to trust him. I think you got to remember how dominant he was in the past couple seasons. And maybe he's not the greatest fantasy player ever, but he is a really good running back. So I think you trust him at pick 10. Pick 11, you got to go Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley had an incredible comeback season last year. He had trouble with contracts this offseason, but I think Saquon Barkley, he's very quick on his feet. He can catch the football. He can turn hopeless plays into big, explosive plays, and he's just extremely talented on all sides as a running back. So I think you got to trust him at pick 11. Trust that he can do what he did last year and in his rookie season. Know that he has the talent to be explosive. He has the talent to run through someone, to juke someone out, to catch a pass out of the backfield and make a man miss. So trust him at pick 11. And then finally at pick 12, I'm going to go Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp 2 seasons ago had one of the best season, if not the best season we've ever seen from a wide receiver. And I think last year, he didn't have a great season last year, but he was injury rattled, and you got to remember that. But the games he was healthy, he was great. And I think Cooper Kupp, if he can stay healthy this year as the main option on the Rams offense, you got to know that he's gonna put up yards, he's gonna get receptions, and that is very valuable in a PPR league. So I think you just got to trust that Cooper Kupp's going to do great things as the number one option on his team. And if he can stay healthy, it will be very worth it if you can snag him at pick 12. But I think Cooper Kupp is a great receiver option, and I think you got to trust in him of what his talents can do for him. But that is my 12 PPR fantasy football mock draft. You got some running backs, some receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks. But I think that's pretty accurate. I don't think any of these guys will disappoint. Injuries could really affect some of these guys, as they always do. But I think this is my best effort at a 12-man fantasy football mock draft. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think I could change? What do you think? And I'll be sure to get back to that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Enjoy your fantasy leagues.